Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
New at noon, the Grand Forks Police Department is warning the public about a high-risk sex offender that will be working in the city. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jordan Schreier. 39-year-old Ricky Lindemone is now working at CHS on the city's north side. Lindemone was charged with first-degree criminal sexual contact with a weapon. He is considered a high-risk offender, meaning that he is most likely to reoffend, or considered most likely to reoffend, rather. He is currently living in Warren, Minnesota. Taking that live look outside right now, it is a chilly day, although you can't tell it by just looking outside, but you walk outside and you know it. For what we can expect for the rest of our forecast today, let's head on over to Storm Team meteorologist Lisa Green.
Yeah, it does look pretty good out there. Lots of sunshine, and it's February sunshine, so it's a little higher in the sky. It feels a little better. But when you step out the door, the second you do, you're going to notice that cold air. And here's how low things got this morning. We were down to 26 below in Fosston, 24 below in Park Rapids. Fargo dropped to 18 below, and so did Grand Forks, and we had some 20s below along the international border there too. So it was a tough go of it this morning when you factored in the wind chills as well. And we're still stuck below zero in a lot of spots. 3 below currently in Fargo and 4 below in Grand Forks. We're working on it though, trying to get to zero, and some of us are already there, like Jamestown and Oaks. A look at your radar and satellite map. We've got clear skies, so we've got a nice view of the snowpack right now. Of course, the valley covered up and down by a good amount of snow at this point in the season. And as we look outside, you can see that beautiful blue sky. Temperatures will be climbing above zero by a couple of degrees today, and then we begin our slide once that sun sets. We'll let you know just how cold we'll get tonight and when that warming trend will kick into coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. New at noon, a house is heavily damaged after authorities say a furnace caused a large fire just north of Sebeka, Minnesota. The call for that fire came in around 10:30 last night to a house on 109th Avenue. When crews arrived on scene, they found flames had already reached the second story of the home. However, firefighters were able to quickly put out that fire. No major injuries were reported. Dozens of sheep are dead after a barn fire near Brookings, South Dakota. The fire started yesterday afternoon and caused $30,000 in structural damage. 15 ewes and 17 lambs were killed. That cause is under investigation. The St. Cloud Times is reporting life in the city's downtown is slowly coming back to normal after a fire destroyed a popular bar there. Roads around the Press Bar just opened this morning after Monday's fire. That fire started in the basement and then spread to the rest of the building. At this time, it's unknown what started the blaze. The suspect from the deadly shooting in Bemidji is still on the loose today. Police say Antonio Parkhurst is wanted for the shooting on the city's north side on Monday night that left a man dead and a teenage boy injured. Authorities are not providing us with a picture of the suspect, but say that he is a Native American man with short black hair and a slender build, last seen wearing a red sweatshirt. Family members say the boy who was shot is expected to recover. Police have not yet released the name of the man who was shot and killed. Fewer people are dying on North Dakota roads. New data from the North Dakota Highway Patrol shows the lowest number of vehicle fatalities in 15 years. In 2019, a total of 100 people died in crashes, down 5 from the year before. Preventable factors were major contributors to a number of deaths, like not wearing a seatbelt or speeding. Of the deaths last year, 47% were not wearing seatbelts, 42% were alcohol related, and 24% were speed related. Tonight's debate in Las Vegas could be a game changer. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg will be on stage for the first time, and the other candidates are making it clear the gloves have come off and they are ready for a fight. Kristen Welker has more.
As the Democratic presidential candidates prepare to roll the dice tonight in Las Vegas, all eyes will be on former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg making his debate debut.
Mike Bloomberg will get it done.
Bloomberg has surged in polls after pouring over $300 million of his own fortune into campaign ads. The billionaire bracing for a rocky reception tonight from his rivals. He could face tough questions, including about this video resurfacing overnight. First reported by BuzzFeed News, it shows Bloomberg criticizing Democrats last year, saying they're too progressive and too far left, creating an opening for President Trump in 2016, and then making this comment about the transgender community.
If your conversation during a presidential election is about some guy wearing a dress and whether he, she, or it can go to and go to the locker room with their daughter, that's not a winning formula for most people.
A campaign spokesperson telling NBC News Bloomberg was describing how others might view the issue, not his own view, adding, Mike understands that the transgender community has been under attack for decades and the advance of rights has not been equal. The candidates have already been targeting Bloomberg, including Bernie Sanders on CNN overnight.
Mr. Bloomberg has every right in the world to run for president, but I don't think he has the right to buy this election.
Elizabeth Warren calling him an egomaniac billionaire. Pete Buttigieg telling NBC News Bloomberg will likely face questions about his record in business and as mayor, including his past support for the controversial New York City police tactic stop and frisk, for which he recently apologized. What specifically do you think Michael Bloomberg has to answer for on the debate stage?
Well, I think he has to answer for his treatment of others, for his language, and above all, for an attitude that seems to have dismissed the humanity of a lot of people.
It all comes as a new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll shows Senator Bernie Sanders opening up a double-digit lead over the Democratic field with 27% support nationwide and a virtual four-way tie for second place, with Joe Biden at 15%, Bloomberg and Warren at 14%, and Buttigieg right behind at 13%, all setting up a high-stakes night in Vegas just days before Nevada's voters have their say.
You can watch the debate tonight on KVLY or stream it on our website, valleynewslive.com. U.S. Attorney General William Barr says he considered resigning over some of President Donald Trump's tweets. According to a Trump administration official, Barr told people close to the president yesterday that he considered resigning over his continued messages on Twitter about the Justice Department. However, a Justice Department spokesperson says that Barr has no plans to resign. President Donald Trump has admitted that some of his tweets have made Barr's job more difficult.